Ladies and gentlemen, this is Pack Stereo TV, and we are transitioning to our live show. And as it is so often, we have to connect to some of those European communities, and so we're doing it right now. Take a listen till we get back. Systems are go. We are live. Live at YouTube events. Live at Pack Stereo Twitch. Live at Mario's Facebook. Mario's Twitter Periscope. Mario's Twitch. And YouTube 24/7. We're live at Pack Stereo Twitter Periscope. Victor Allen Twitter Periscope. Victor Allen Twitch and Victor Allen Facebook. Yes. I'm telling time for you good every day. 247 got a hold on me. Lock it up, lock it down, throw the key away. 247 got a hold on me. Every minute, every hour, every day. 247 got a hold on me. There's no better way that I could ever say it. 247 got a hold on me. I'm telling time for you good every day. 247 got a hold on me. All right, y'all. Lock it up, lock it down, throw the key away. We're live. It's like sound about heat. Doing it to you in the street. Love Shadow 247 featuring Scomber. We're connected to the online community. Hey, you guys. What's happening?
What's happening, everybody? We are finally connected. Welcome to Friday Night Agenda at Pack Stereo TV. Man, you wouldn't believe the things that Victor and I go through to get this stuff ready for you tonight. But let me welcome you to the show tonight. I'm here, as always, with my partner in crime. Everybody give it up, Victor Allen. Man, what's happening in your world, dude?
Man, let me be nice. The same stuff that was happening with you. And just so you know, because I'm looking at everything and I'm going, do I see everything in order? It looks good. I don't see that display on this main display. I'm gonna go, Mario already hit me. Is it bypassing the desktop? Do I see that getting ready to roll? Not here. Just letting you know. So I see it over here. I don't see it here. And I'm doing my switches. I'm going, where is it? I don't see. Let's see it. Upstairs, I'm good. I'm just taking you through the motions right now so you can understand. So if all of a sudden you go,
remember upstairs,
I know
you took over the.
I know, but I don't see that coming to this main display.
Well, is that the one that's unplugged?
Probably so.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
You have to unplug the upstairs.
So manually we're gonna do this. I got it. All right.
That's the whole point.
Okay,
yeah.
Here we go. Watch this. I love this. I'm glad you reminded me, man.
That's the whole point.
That's why I want to tell you.
Because those are the two that you're switching.
Right.
Into 4.
Yep, and I'm going through it right now. Boom. There we go. Who's that? So I got to manually do it. That's why I said
that was the whole point that we were saying. Is we have to reconnect the cable.
Yeah, we have to. I got you, man. I'm good now.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you. See, with Victor, we learned it. We're learning that we have to. We're using Windows 10. We're streaming to all these networks. And sometimes stuff doesn't act right.
Yeah.
It's working now. I'll remind you, though. That's the point. I'll remind you. Because I know what the mistake is going to be.
Yeah.
See,
something your mind can feel. A broadcast machine, 24/7 days a week. A social media stream. We are not corporate. We're indie to the core, free to do our own thing. We are who we are, and we are Pack Stereo. We are the new view. We are Pack Stereo. We are the new view. We are Pack Stereo. We are the new view. We are Pack Stereo. We are the new view. We are Pack Stereo. We are the new view.
yes. Getting it all started. Live 360 initiated Vic. So right now, everybody, if you're confused with what you're seeing, refresh your page at Facebook. You're going to see we have our regular high-def broadcast coming to you, and we also have the Live 360, and we also have Vic the Live 360 now going to YouTube too.
Okay, good, man.
It's all looks like it's running.
Yeah.
What can I say? Everybody, welcome to Real Talk, Mario Hensley's Real Talk, and today's topic, and it's been coming up all the time in all the shows. Today's topic is the crazy dating world that people are experiencing out there. Now, for the most part, I consider myself to be above the fray. By that, I mean, I'm not out there like that, but I'm single. And actually, tonight's show, I need to preface you about some of the inherent biases that may be here at the show tonight, because this show is being hosted by two men who have never been married.
That's not good.
Nick, is that an indictment?
No. I think, you know what? I don't think it's an indictment. I think it's choice. And then you have to be able to say there's some positives and some negatives and some indifference also. So, I think it's good. Don't be mad.
I think the one thing to recognize, too, is if you're going to have a show on dating that's hosted by two single black men, I think you ought to kind of know the perspective of our mentality. One thing I will say for Victor and I both is that we're not jaded or angry We're not. Vic, are you mad at him?
I have no idea what you're talking about, bro.
We are not, okay, because
Not
a
at all,
lot of
man.
people, when they get older, they become jaded, angry, they have a bunch of baggage. And one thing that I think is unique for us here, it's the kind of spirits I guess we are, but neither Vic or I are particularly angry.
No.
We're not angry, we're not mad, we're not blaming anybody for our life, for the, this or that. And so that's part of it. So I think even though it's a discussion about dating, and it is being hosted by the Pack Stereo broadcast team, I think, that you could appreciate that we'll be reasonably, as much as men can be, unbiased, and that, I also don't particularly think that women or men, either sex, has any particularly bad qualities or good qualities. I think that in that area we're kind of the same. So, therefore, the question is of dating. Now, I got to also set the tone for you. I'm laughing because I got to tell you, because I have a sense of humor. And the people I go out with, they kind of know that. I mean, usually they kind of need to like me for that because they're going to be subject to that. So, in my recent dating world, I've had a couple of recent experiences that I thought were worth mentioning. One, took an old friend out to Cervateca, Vic, our favorite taco place, right?
Got you.
And so you want to go to, yeah, I want to go. Okay, come on, we'll go to Cervateca. So we got there, and she was like, okay, I want to get the shrimp tacos, but I want to kind of combine it with the carne asada, maybe. Like, can I put these carne asada, or like, well, maybe I want to put, and then I said to the people, why can't I get a normal date? Why can't I just get a normal woman who just comes in and orders the food? Why I gotta always get these eclectic, interesting people who, they just, what can I say? And she looked at me, and she knows how I am, so she laughed. She said, okay, I'll just have a shrimp taco and a such and such. But I'm just saying, so I have another friend, because I'm only starting this out with a male rant, because this is...
Yeah, you are ranting.
Okay, so this is another one. I have another friend, gorgeous woman. Every time we go out, Vic, we order drinks, right?
Right.
She has a very special way she needs this drink to be made. She's like, I want a margarita, but I want control. I want fresh lime. Are you guys using bottled lime or using other lime? Okay. And then I want the triple sec, and then and she's very talkative. You know this person. So one time we had a waiter, I was like, and they could tell that I'm acting like I'm not in this. My dates are nuts. And the waiter who was joking with her said, maybe you should just get it laminated. So the dating world is crazy. I'm just saying my crazy's a little different. My crazy, everybody got their own crazy. It has to do with your choices. And I love intelligent women. I really do. And I'm not intimidated by those strong ones who are entrepreneurs and all that. And so they bring a particular kind of baggage. Okay, they just. Oh, did we lose it? Oh, okay, I don't know. Stuff be beeping. I don't know what's happening. I'm trying. We got new shit. It's like, okay, I don't know what that is. So, but dating, Vic, we were talking about it because there's some differences in the dating world that we want to acknowledge. One, the roles have been changing in a variety of ways in terms of sexuality, in terms of finance, in terms of a lot of things. The one thing I can say, I don't see them young folks doing any better with intimacy. They seem to be just as screwed up as we were when it comes to intimacy. But they do seem to be more of equal partners in ways. I think that's the one thing I noticed. But I don't know. In other words, it's not the same requirements for men, and you were talking about that when we were talking about that previously.
Right.
And it's not the same requirements for women, but they also have their own requirements that are changed. Like, for example, Vic and I were talking about the fact that, okay, so I get hit on by more younger women than women that are more age appropriate. I don't know why. I'm just telling you.
Appropriate?
I mean, okay, see,
appropriate?
age appropriate.
You already getting the emails, bro.
Whatever. I see you guys. Okay, but I get hit on by more young girls, more young women, 25 to 35. Maybe because they're more aggressive. I don't know. Then I get more of that where, I might have been looking for a woman more around 50. Okay, 45, 50. Anyway, so I don't know why that is, but that's a different group with a different dynamic. And so Vic and I were talking about it because obviously what they like about me is different. And you may think, oh, it's sugar daddy. Now I'm telling you, I would know somebody who's just into me for whatever, finance. That would make things so much clearer. But it's not that. No, these are legit. We're legitimate friends. As I'm on a minimum, we're legitimate. But they're sort of fascinated by my personality, and I get to look at their youthful beauty. But they're different. They're used to a different world. And what we were talking about, Vic, is like because Vic has been out there more.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Hey,
He's out there. Vic has been out there
sometimes
more.
that could be a compliment. You know that, right?
Yeah, Vic has been out there more. And so, women out there, we were talking about it. They're used to different things.
Yeah, you know what? Let me just say this. First, let me say what you probably going to have some women out there going. So you start off your show ranting. Okay.
I'm old, baby.
All right. You start off your show ranting.
I didn't. I said I love the young ones.
And wait a minute.
And the old ones
and
too.
you used two examples of something that was going like irritation, lamination, and all
just
the
said,
situation.
no.
But you didn't get on and say, let me tell you this beautiful experience I had to let you know I'm looking for. You just straight went.
I have a beautiful experience if you want me to say one.
No, hold on. No, because you know what I believe in? I believe the natural aura of the presentation comes from your natural. Right, so let me just say this. First of all, you have to identify when you said, I used to be on the bad ship lollipop. Now I'm on the good ship lollipop. Meaning that you've changed, right?
Yeah, I got older and I was able to gain control. See, as you get older as a man, you regain your mind. See, somewhere around the age of 13, you lose your mind. You lose your mind over women. And you stay insane. It actually peaks. From like 13, it's going up, peaking in your 20s. So you actually stay insane till somewhere in your 40s. Somewhere in your 40s, sanity slowly begins to come into your brain as your penis starts to fade.
So
It's a correlation.
so-
Brain, penis, brain.
Right. Now you're going to talk about this. Watch this. So far, the women that's watching this said, has he said anything that's going to make me rush to an older man who says, I'm looking for somebody around this age, but let me tell you what's happening with me. Depreciation and value. So,
we're supposed to be. See,
wait a
Vic
minute.
can talk about my. See, you know what he's actually bugging me about is how I'm branding myself to
Right.
the ladies.
Right,
And
you
How
are.
can I? You want me to brand
Say-
myself when
watch
we're
this.
discussing dating?
I got something for you.
Okay.
Last date that you went out and you said, man, everything was there. The feeling, the
I just
emotion.
went on a wonderful date.
Feeling, emotion, attraction, synergy. And
I just went on one.
right, and I'm just saying. So if you did, notice you didn't express it. You said something else. That's what I'm saying.
I didn't express it because one thing that you told me to.
Wait a minute.
Not that I listen to everything
Wait a
Vic
minute.
says,
He's
but Vic has
deferring.
good advice. We both have good advice. We like our own advice. And Vic just has his perspective, which is because I tend to be like, type A, OCD, overthinking shit. I can't help it. So, But I just had a date like that, but I wait for it to change.
See.
See, that's because you got to know, because they're young.
See, this
They're
is what I'm saying.
young. I had a wonderful date.
Okay.
She's too young.
Let me ask you this.
But, we're friends, and I wait for it to change.
Okay, let me
It's
ask
going to
you.
change, and I'm older, and I'm waiting for this shit.
Okay, now watch
I
this.
just laugh.
Watch this, because somebody's going to say, what's relationships about? It's about making yourself available or availing yourself to all the opportunities. So the first thing you have to say, am I making myself available? And if so,
I am now. I am. I'm making myself
Right.
available because I'm saying, no offense, my friends that are my peers, y'all, the baggage is, y'all got to lighten up.
Right, okay, now wait a minute.
Lighten up.
Now wait a minute.
I'm just
Now-
saying,
now-
the older that's why I said I got to at least go down to 50.
Now notice what you're doing. What you're saying is, see, we
That's
talking.
how people say
real,
50. I mean, it's a
real
bad
talk.
50.
So what you really are saying like this: very little hope for you dealing with somebody who may be under 40. It ain't gonna work. You ain't
Oh,
looking.
no, it's great hope with me.
Well, you said you like to look for somebody about 50.
No, I said intellectually, the music they listen to, the little
Right.
things. Like
Right.
when they're young, they listen to different music. That may or may not be a problem. For some people, there's the shit you do differently when you're younger.
Here's a good example.
If you like Bush,
Watch this.
if you
Woman-
like pubic
woman
hair,
said-
you need an older girl.
Woman says, "Hey, look, Mario, this is where we're gonna take you. This is what's gonna happen. We're gonna take you 5-day getaway. We go out to the Caribbean. It's on me. The only thing you have to do is listen to my music."
That is, see, but Vic, I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying this is the issue that the more mature woman needs to understand. And by the way, we have some significant friends in that 35-year range, female, and they totally remind us of what women were like back then at 35. That's like the red flag zone, guys.
Right.
When they're 35, they are nutting up. Okay, I'm just saying, more chance. So we're experiencing all of that because we're single. But no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that when you and I talk about it,
Right.
who do we think is more problematic to deal with? The younger girls with their immaturity or the older women with their maturity?
Well, I think it's all
Because
perspective.
I think they don't have an accurate view. At least we know some of our friends don't have an accurate view of what they think their level of baggage is relative to their competition.
I think it's a little bit different. I think the word tolerance works for you as appropriate to what you're referencing. It says, what are you tolerating? Now, if you go back 15, 20 years, you were going like, ain't nothing but a thing. You didn't
See,
care.
okay.
You didn't care.
Right.
You just go, look, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. So I do believe perspective of what you're doing.
Okay, let me give you an exact
different.
example of what you just said. I just had this. So an older friend of mine calls me up and says, hey, you want to go out to eat after the show? First she goes, oh, you want to go out to eat? I said, I'm doing a show, which I've told her 5,000 times. I only do the show on certain days, but never fails. I said, no, I can't go out to dinner because I'm doing the show. She says, oh, you want to go out after you do the show? Because I could look around. And I said, oh, that might be a good idea. Yeah. And then I said, but here's the thing, too. If I'm tired after the show, we can also watch a movie and order out through Uber Eats. We can order some good shit,
Right.
And she said, yeah, but the flea thing with the cats, I can't tolerate that. So I thought to myself, so you can't, I got cats. It is hot. There are some fleas. You can spray. So I thought, in the old days when the woman wanted to be with you, this is what a woman who's 30 would have said to me. I'll just wear some long sleeves and I'm going to stop and pick up some spray. But I'll be there in an hour. That's what they would have said at 30. So to try to tell this babe who I know for years. So after I thought about it, I went back and texted her back and said, you know what? I'm busy. I'm busy later on. See, and I don't even care if she sees this, but because she needs to understand. She did it seem like she was interested in hanging out with me? See, if you're interested in hanging out with me, you're gonna tolerate some shit. Like Victor just said, we've been over people. The house is fucked up, junky, cats, dog biting us on the leg, cat humping our leg, all that shit, right, Vic?
I was 13.
You would just be like, ha, 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 ha.
I was
Hey,
just 13,
hee,
man.
hee, hee. Boy, I'll have a little something to drink. So this is part of what I'm saying. You see, then the more mature babes don't realize is it that they have less hustle. And I'm not saying they need to hustle, but I hustle. You know, I hustle. I'm thinking of shit to do, places to take you, and
You ranted.
okay. But I'm ranting at the older ones.
You're
not
right.
you started this, and I'm saying that happened two nights before the show, right before we went. Okay, now young babe will call you up and say, "I'm coming by and I'm bringing something, a bottle."
Now, wait a minute. Hey, let me say this. You're right about this. You know what? This is the part now. This is the first time I thought about it because you actually are putting a point on it. I really think about Mario, you know, going back and saying, we have so many examples of where it worked, where you put down what you did, how you did it. Have you ever had those scenarios where you go like, oh, I know they're talking about me because I didn't bring my A game. I kind of flubbed it. I kind of did. You have any of those that you know that somebody's going, let me tell you what happened, just as you were talking about now, and go, did I ever go, oh, I didn't bring it. I literally was
For different reasons,
lazy.
totally.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay.
Totally. When I was okay, I'm not gonna mention no names, but when you are a young doctor, you were working so hard. I have fallen asleep on so many women
See.
on dates. I've fallen asleep in the movies. I've fallen asleep in the movies where I was snoring, and my date was like, "You're snoring, you're snoring."
See, that's what I'm saying.
So I came up working hard. I was a young physician. You know, we worked long shifts.
Right.
You know, so I fell asleep. I fell asleep on a lot of things.
See, this is what I'm saying. Now
I'm
you
just
get
saying.
it. See, so it's
And
all
I was
perspective.
young, but one time I pulled up in front of my house, and I somehow put the car in park, and I fell asleep because my neighbor was started knocking on the window.
Right.
Because they thought I was passed out in the car. And I was asleep with the engine running.
Right.
Thank God I made it home.
See.
I'm saying, man.
Right. See, look, here's the thing that's supposed to be more important here is trying to find a very positive thing that somebody could take away and say, you know what? That inspires me. So far, you use the fleas. That's not going to be inspirational.
But I cited the young girl. They don't care. Okay, I have a nice house that's junky sometimes. The average young person is so fascinated with the size of the house, they don't care less about the fleas or the cats.
Oh,
They're
no.
like, they come ready to party. Oh, wait, yeah, what's up? This shit. Hey.
Right.
But you know, the old friends come in. Have you,
No, I know. There's what they you know what it is, Mario, and this is just what I believe. I'm not saying that this is it because who am I to say? I'm just saying. Usually I think the point of it is how important is this person to you coming over to your domicile or your place of peace, and what are you doing to prepare to receive her? And I think that's the reflection. As much as you say it's your house,
it is.
She's going, well, am I that?
It's hard to be ready to receive
Watch-
the one
watch this.
complaining who complains from the time they get here.
Right.
The fleas, the this,
Wait a minute.
too cold, turning to heat.
Now watch
you
this
know,
one.
you're like, you know,
Watch this one.
Stay home.
I got a good litmus test for Mario.
stay the fuck on.
Is there some women that you invite and go, ooh, I got to burn the incense, and some of them you go like, I ain't burning
There's
shit.
a bunch of them.
And I ain't burning shit.
No. But I do burn the incense, and there's the ones who appreciate that. They say, I'm glad you burned the incense because that cat smell was jack. But you know, you got anything to drink?
See, this is what I'm saying.
See, what I'm saying is it has to do with tolerance. You know, when you tell a woman who cares for you that you got cable, food, drink, smoke, and cash to buy her any other shit delivered. That's usually all they need.
That's right.
Okay, they will come over and straighten up your bedroom for you.
Right.
If they don't like the way your bedroom is, they will straighten up your bedroom.
Okay.
Straighten up the bed,
Okay.
straighten up the pillows. They'll do all of that shit, right?
I agree.
And that's,
We'll offer to help.
the other ones will come and take a pose. Could you get this? Is this how you? And let me tell you something. In the chat room, PMC talking about you gonna fall down in the foxhole.
The
Max is
rabbit.
talking about masturbating. And I'm
Okay.
saying,
Not inspirational, you guys.
y'all gonna be out there. Everybody, you get out there. This is what I'm saying. The dating world's crazy, but I think it's worth it. And like I said, Vic and I, part of the reason I'm not bitter is that I have no children and no wife, and I get the whole check. I get the whole no alimony. I don't pay a goddamn person nothing.
Are you selling yourself?
I'm just
right
saying actually I am. I have no wife, no children.
now? Right.
I get the whole check.
And that's a good sale.
All you got to do is tolerate my crabby ass.
Now tell them what's the crabby parts that they got to tolerate.
And I got a few little kinks. But just sleep on your stomach.
Okay. So tolerance is still the magical word.
Yes, tolerance.
All
That's
right.
what it is. Can you tolerate? Can your body tolerate that physical assault?
Okay. Now watch this. Are there? Now here's the thing. Because
Relax that muscle.
you make a good point here, man. You make a
Bigger
good
things
point.
have come out
You're-
to what's going in.
You're going tolerate some of the things that here, and you won't even measure it as a depreciation or otherwise. Do you find yourself where you go, she's so good, I tolerate this stuff because it does not depreciate her value? Have you had that?
Yeah,
And
I kind
how
of had
rec-
that too.
And recently?
No, because that's more of a mature attitude. In other words, so I've had some dates lately, and they're old. I've known them for a while. They're like we're all recycling a little bit, kind of from the past. So I know them. So in that case, I'm a bunch more tolerant of their quirks, because like I said, there's some quirky. I got some quirk. These are some wonderful women. I got some friends. They bake you cakes, but then they will nut up one day. I'm just saying. They're high strung and they're beautiful and
Wow,
they're
man.
good spirits. I'm lucky. I mean, like I'm sure you can run into the male equivalent of that. They just have those moments where they lose their mind. So, yeah, I have had the ones that I think are worth it, and mainly because Vic, you start to get more practical as you get older. Because the truth is, there's something wrong with everybody. So, it's like that 80-20 thing. Remember the 80-20 thing? If you get 80% of what you want, you have got a home run.
True.
If you get 80%. See, young folks don't think like that. They want 90%, 100%. They want you to deal with everything, do everything. So as you get old, you don't even go 80-20.
Okay.
If you get a good 60,
Okay. I got
if you
one.
can get a good 60, you
Okay.
be happy.
Okay. Okay, this is hard because if you ask it a
Help me with
different,
these children.
it's a different thing. What is the most valuable asset of a younger woman and the most valuable asset of an older woman?
The most valuable asset has always been the same. It's been you really want the above intelligence is up there. Intelligence, lovingness, spirituality. These are the qualities that are wonderful. To be loving, to be giving, to be understanding, intelligence. But the number one quality has never changed. What you really want is a woman who's totally obsessed with oral sex. That's pretty much what you want. That's number one. Then after that comes the loving.
You
could just get a woman
Man.
who's obsessed. When they tell you, Mario, I hope you like getting head. Because I'm always good for a blowjob. So that's kind of what people, that hasn't changed. I mean, you would want it to be different. But one thing about men, I will say, men, they're kind of simple. They are, and the women, we all want the same things. We just go about it differently. So with men, remember I stated that of being aware and conscious of the value of a woman's intelligence, their spirituality, those things are paramount. But I still need them to get some head.
Okay, let me help you out
I'm just
because
saying.
you already
I'm
got.
trying to be real here.
You're
I wanna
going to
shock
change.
you
You're going to
guys.
change the Me Too movement to
I know
YouTube.
some of my people are Mario. I'm saying, I'm just telling the truth.
Okay, so you set the bar at a place
Come on.
where the women are going to go.
They know
So
it
you're
too. They
number
know
one-
the women know it's true.
Right. Well, no, it's not about whether
They
it's
go,
true.
even the nice guys are just
Watch.
nasty.
Watch this. Are you a hunter?
I'm a hunter.
Are you?
Yeah, I was a predator.
Yeah, no. Are you a hunter?
I don't know now, but after taking those latest drugs, I feel a hunter quality returning. Unlike I have had in recent time. I'm channeling 45.
Okay. All right. So let me just say this. Would you say that you're putting yourself around a larger group of opportunities? When I mean by that, your
Yes.
sphere of influence now
Yes.
can be attributable to how you are available.
Because of internet television,
There you go.
I'm getting younger women and also the older ones who are now disillusioned with all the men their age who treat them like shit. That's what's so wonderful for an old school brother like me.
Right.
Like you were saying. Universally almost, the guys today don't do any of the stuff that we do. They just don't. They don't do it. So we do it. We listen to the problems, we talk, we spend time. One of the things I know the women who love me like is that I'm always their friend. I'm good for talk. And I care about theirs. So in my relationships that have been successful, friendship is very important. That's why when I'm mad at them, I withhold I would hold my friendship.
Right.
But it was a different thing of communication. So the younger guys, so what's so funny, like the young girls, when I go out with them, guys never buy them dinner. Never take them to any, I'm taking them to Yamashiro's. They freaking out driving up. I'm buying them, drinks, flowers, because that's what old school brothers do. First of all, I like good restaurants. I'm going to take you where I go. You're going to like it. And, I go on trips. And I guess if you're dating me, I'm going to take you with me. That's what I do. And so the young guys, they don't do none of that. So the fantasy thing gets to come from us old guys. And then, so I laugh at it because my young girl says, everybody's going to say you're my sugar daddy. I said, the funny thing is, I was doing the same shit when I was 35. No one called me a sugar daddy then.
Right.
I was doing the same stuff. So what's a sugar daddy? So, I tell them either deal or just lie. Like I told one of them, I use some of Vic's one. What you understand? Vic says some crafty shit.
You know what?
Vic says some crafty shit. It's because this young girl who likes me, she was like, I don't know what I'm going to tell my mother. And I said, Vic said, you won't be the first man she lied to her mother about, right? I said that shit to her. And I said, well, Vic told me to tell you that I would be the first man you lied to your mother about, right? She said, I started laughing. Just started cracking up, Vic. I want you to know. She said, oh, that's so, yeah, okay, whatever. She was laughing. She actually laughed. And that worked so well. I didn't even think about that. I said, I bet you lied to her about all of them. She said, I did not. I tell my mama. I said, well, stop telling your mama.
Right.
You want to date older dudes who you like, don't tell your mom about it. Because don't tell your friends neither. Don't tell nobody. This is where I haven't changed since 35. I could be your little secret fling, okay? We don't have to tell none of your friends. None of your friends have to come know about you creeping over here at night. Just bring me some chicken. And the times. I'm just saying. So I do that. That's the way we do it. So that's different. But the dating world. So it's still the issue of what? Vic, you have any advice?
No, you know
See,
what?
we got 20 minutes.
No, it's
we
not
should
about.
give them some positives and some advice.
No, you know what? I think the hard part about it is that you set the tone for the show. So
What?
you set the tone by
What do you
ranting.
mean?
You went to ranting in the flea example.
I did not.
Yes, you did.
I'm just saying.
And I think I rescued you by
Dating's
going
rough.
tolerance. Because here's the thing that you have to be able to speak to. And you did. You said, women are not getting the type of, say, dates that makes them feel extraordinarily special, right?
Right. Tell them some of the things that you notice, right?
Well, because I'm always looking at it from a different perspective.
You see things. I just want to
Right,
mention
no.
for the audience some of
No,
the,
no, no,
some of the
look.
things you've noticed.
And I think a lot of times the language has changed. For example, before I even get to there, how often and where does the priority of a gentleman rate for attraction? There's a difference between a woman
These
saying,
guys say it doesn't rate at all.
we don't think it rates
We
at all.
don't think it rates
It
at
is
all.
We think
good
it's-
guys finish last.
Right. We think it's this. You want a gentleman after you went out with the bad boys and the
Right.
shit didn't work right. Now you want a gentleman. It's by default.
Because they always like me more for my questionable areas.
Right.
For me, okay, me acting like the way I've acted through this show.
Right.
That has always worked better for me
Right.
than being the well-behaved Mario.
Right.
Just acting a fool, saying shit. They would be like, whoa, let's hang out.
Right. Now, this has always happened. This has nothing to do with age. There's times you go out and you're around people and you see some of the best examples of people putting down the lines. Now, I've laughed more about the brothers and what they say a lot of time and how they're coming at women. I've had a lot of fun enjoying it. Now, that doesn't mean it didn't work. It just meant that I said, man, you getting away with that kind of delivery? Oh, man, it must be my bias.
packing.
But here's the other thing. Isn't it always the same? You want what you probably know you can't have. It's a stronger attraction to get it. Here's the other thing, Mario. That woman that's around you who says, I wish you treat me like I was going to be your queen. She's looking at you go, I just watch this other woman walk by
See?
and made you turn your
Yeah.
head. So how come you don't look at me like that?
Yeah.
See, that's
See,
why-
some stuff. Let me make. Okay, I got to at least say a words in defense of the brothers, the men. I told you we lost our mind. We lose our mind, and I don't think people appreciate the degree to which the male mentality is overwhelmed by that sexual stimulation. We lose. I mean, you go into a club and you talk to a girl, and then 5 minutes later, some other girl who's just mad banging, like giving you. See, the average guy, that's stimulation overload. And when I was young, I acted differently. I was on the prowl. My line, one of my favorite lines was that I am not your man. We are dating. I'm the person buying you dinner, but I am not your man, okay? Because I was like, I'm dating. I'm not settled down. So if you really need that, you might need to go out with somebody else. On the other hand, if you want to head out to Vegas, we could do something. But no, so you're right, the younger guy, but we were just, how you gonna control that? See, the older guy is focused, the younger guy, there's so much stimulation, I can't act like I was good. I mean, you said, have we ever done stuff? I've talked to girls' friends, cousins.
Right.
I got a cousin.
Right. You just wasn't under the radar.
I mean, it was hard when
You weren't measuring. First of all, the
we
first
all
thing.
did some dirt.
Yeah,
Everybody
wait.
did some dirt when you're young. How could you not?
First of all, you have to think about this. There was no conversations being entertained about you being around, say, the fellas like this. And he says, let me tell you about dating. When you were in the dating thing, all you was thinking about who's next, right?
Me? How about you and the rest of my cohorts? We
no.
had 9 parties one year.
No,
up here,
forget
you guys.
No.
9. We were in total.
No,
We were
it's
in
not.
hunt mode. Every one of us, every guy, everyone we knew.
You
Even
did-
the women were in hunt mode.
But you didn't have to give parties. You could just go to them. The easiest thing to do is go to a party where you ain't got to do the work.
Man, when we gave the parties, Lord.
Okay, so no. So my point is this.
Lord.
The point is this. One of the things that you have to deal with is your energy. your level of energy.
Libido is called.
And that could be an attitude, man. It could be something, but you know that the trade-off is that you're going to go, look, what I'm going to do up here, I'm going to blow your mind away. I'm going to do it smooth. I'm going to take you to places where even when we were in our 20s and 30s, unless we were really exposed and lucky enough to be around, some people will say, hey, look, let me tell you how things can go so you can be even more rewarded because you're acting like a mature man. We were too busy not counting what we did wrong. That's the difference. So right now you're at that age where you're counting what's wrong.
Well, we're trying to be better.
Right.
A young man, we used to say, remember, Vic, we said a young man is only as faithful as his opportunities.
Right, right.
I don't know if that's true for a young woman, too. They only as faithful, like he said, hey, they ain't loyal. Like he said, let them meet some rapper out at the club. The women ain't loyal either, so.
And look, and here's, at the end of the day, the reason why I'm not going to say too much is that we're only talking about dating. We're not talking about anything beyond that. You're just talking about dating. You're not talking about girlfriend, boyfriend. You're not talking about marriage or engagement.
No.
So we're keeping in this perspective that you probably, this is my guess, I think the more that you avail yourselves to the community of dating, I think your whole philosophy is going to be impacted and changed. I think it will be.
Well, I think it will be too, Vic, and I want you to know I'm embracing that because of you. I'm recognizing now my value in the world out there as a relationship guru. I am a relationship guru, I am, and it's really just as simple as this. It's not that I know how to make relationships work, I just know how to fuck them up. And all you have to do is just not do all the shit I did,
right,
and you'll be great.
Right.
You'll be fine. Right. I'll tell you all the shit I did. Don't do none of that shit.
Right.
And you'll come out fine.
You know what?
I'm a relationship guru.
Right. Your philosophy is going. There may be a benefit here for you. Your relationship thoughts are different because you would totally be a little different if you had a son or a daughter.
But I don't.
Right. So you get to get away.
Ladies, you hear that? I did join the Gallon Club at the Sperm Bank, so you never know. Went to all the magazines. But I don't have any children.
Hey, look.
They would have asked for something by now.
And here's the different thing. There is momentum for people going, you don't get to 35 and start saying, I slow down. Literally, you're strong and you are as energetic as your mindset. So,
which ain't strong. Which ain't strong. Mine not strong.
Right, man.
That's what I'm saying. He's exactly right. They say you as young as you feel. That's why I got 1 foot in the grave.
Okay.
I'm just trying to hang on.
So wait a minute.
3 to 5. I get 3 to 5.
So you're going to title this a different show because it was about dating, right?
It is still about dating.
No, it's not. No, it's not. This is about you literally going, hey, look, you guys, I'm just warning you. Just letting you know, if you coming at me, I'm going to put you through a system or a criteria of ranking. And if you get on this show and I use you without using your name, you're 50-50. If I start saying your name, that means you're winning.
You saying that I'm setting up hurdles for the ladies then?
Yes, absolutely, man. Now, sometimes...
Well, you will have to endure some body cavity searches.
I'm out of that one. I'll keep the camera on you.
After all, you got to bathe first. It's okay.
See, you know what they say. So you want to stay in the dirty old man crew.
I'm just saying. I'm just being honest. That's the truth. I don't want you to go out with me and expect that I'll be, I don't know how I'm act. It'll probably be some marijuana.
I think there should be
I don't know. You gotta. Is he smoking weed? Are you smoking? Cause I have weed around my neck when I go out. I wear a vape. If you actually hate marijuana, you better pass on me.
I don't think.
Be real.
I don't even think that's an impediment.
And the other one hates the fleas.
No, look. I think
I'm going to spray them.
I think what you probably is going to be we'll call this your dating challenge. That you will be able to speak of a dating challenge where you get absolutely treated wonderfully, but not because she's just a friend or somebody that likes you, but you are crazy about her. Can't wait to see that broadcast.
I have had some good dates. That's what I'm saying.
When's the last time you spoke of it?
Tonight we talked about it. I went on a good date this week. You know, but it was like a first.
But you used the
I
example
don't.
of
You
a
gotta see if
negative.
they can repeat.
Wait a minute. You
You gotta
used the
see.
negative.
I'm just saying. I
You're
don't trust
leading.
it. I don't trust it when it's good.
Your lead-in was a negative
I don't
story.
trust it. I don't
So you
trust it.
took a good moment.
They're young and it's too good.
That's
Don't trust.
You know what's jacked up?
Don't trust
I got the cat over here. She's scratching like she got fleas. That's jacked up, man. We should change the subject.
If they want you, they wear some long sleeves and get their ass over here.
Hey, look. You know what? I know you're joking. All jokes aside, the people that know you're good. What
Yes,
they
they
have
know.
what they have to get used to, is that are you living in the past, or are you actually going? No, the past ain't got nothing to do with who I am now. I'm a changed man. You got to deal with the Mario. Not
You think Vic, you think I'm living in the past?
No, I think you're.
I mean,
no,
you know me.
No.
Vic has wonderful insight.
no.
Wonderful insight.
You're not living in the past. You left the past alone. It's gone,
right,
man.
because I don't let him over
I
here.
remember.
I stopped the past.
Yeah, see, he's on. Let me just say this.
I don't let the past.
Don't listen to all this. I'm telling you guys, the real bad boy didn't say nothing, didn't talk shit. The man that's talking now, he's fronting. That's a good man right there. So I got you. Got you, bro.
I know how to behave when it's appropriate. You know, one of the things that's different when you're young, when you're younger, you spend a bunch of time trying to hide the real you and present what you think to be is the one that people will know. When you're older, you kind of throw all that away, and now you're all about showing you and seeing if people can deal with it. And so it makes for a different dynamic. Vic is totally right. When I was younger, even the women have told me, Mario, you would come out with the dress, the look, everything. You would be that man.
Yep.
And I'd even make the tapes for the car, all that. And look where that got me.
But
It got me pretty good.
right, you're doing fine.
It worked like magic. It
Right,
worked.
right.
It was wonderful.
Right.
People say, you know what people say to you? They go, you know, getting your way is not good. It's, you know, just to have things too easy. You know what? That's a lie. Getting your way is wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful, and you never get tired of it. That's a bunch of bullshit that they tell you when they don't want you to get your way. But I want you to know, as a man who's had his way before, that's some good shit. That's some good shit, okay? Don't let them
Right.
try to tell you otherwise.
Right.
All right? I'm just saying.
You know what? Have you?
Good stuff.
Okay, dating. Let's say dating, not relationship.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's got a flashback.
Is there someone in your mind that you said, look, while I was dating her, oh man, looking back, I should have done more.
See, he's starting shit. Okay, let me answer that this way. Because I reflected on that. Even my date this week, she was like, I bet you been with a bunch of women. And I said, how many's a bunch? So, but it was different, I think, because my relationships, I've experienced a lot of love, and I've had good people love me, and I've loved them. Never worked it out. But I said before in one of my shows that when I think of people that I know from my past, it's true. The one thing I think, and the one line that sums it up, I think to myself, I wish I had loved you better. I wish I had loved you better. That's the truth. I do think that. That's why, and I'm not jaded. That's why I'm not jaded. I've known some good people, some good women. You know, they went on to be married and have children, and that way I could just be a blip in their life chain. So they went on to go on and have those things. But Vic's right. And I guess that's the good part about the dating thing, that even despite this, it's so possible, it is entirely possible for you to go through this lifetime experience and come out on the other end, feeling good about it. Feeling good about it. And like Vic said before, he said, and you've had some wonderful things. I said I had a wonderful moment not too long ago where one of my dear friends, one of the ones who I said is kind of high strung or whatever, who I love, she told me, she said, you know, I'm proud that I was your lover. I'm proud of the relationship I had with you. I'm not ashamed of that or loving you or having been involved with you at all. I'm proud that I played that role. And that was just one of the nicer, more touching moments that I have had. So I have had them, and they were nice.
That's all. See, remember now, you're here to motivate.
Love.
You want to inspire. In other words, if you want somebody to come back and say, let me watch this episode, you're going to try a different lead-in, right? Because your lead-in, he was going like, you know what, I got something to say.
Yeah, I was winging it.
You know, you wasn't winging it, man. You was being true to the game. But at the end of the day, they're going, because this is what I'm thinking, somebody's out there looking at you going, is he available? See, right now, it's that part where you're going, I am sending out the message that I am available. Because if I was happily involved in dating, I would be telling you guys some wonderful experiences. So you have sent a shot over the bow that you are an available man.
Yeah, I'm available now. I have a better attitude.
Right.
I guess if that, I hope that came through. I hope that my new attitude came through. Is refreshing.
Right.
And the use of profanity. You know, I'm working on that. But yeah, I'm here and I'm a work in progress. But yeah, I'm out more in the dating world now. I am, and now I'm with a whole new mentality since my birthday. So I am out there, and again, I'm open to, I'm open to the life's experiences. I'm not putting any age ranges on it, even though I must admit I find the young ones a little more challenging mentally. Anyway, I'm not saying no to anything. I'm going to live life and experience and see what happens.
Yeah.
In the dating world.
Yeah. No, look. I think you have to. I think you have to first sit back and I don't think it's a reinvention. I think that what they say is like, you know what? They say, closed mouths don't get fed. The more experiences, the better, the percentage of success. And you really want to go, because to me, everybody has that point where they said, I changed at this time. And did the change give me a positive result? Am I now in a better place? Because sometimes people force change. And I'm going to say this. It was so funny. It's an example. And I'm not knocking women for this. I'm just saying this is what happened, because I know it happened with me with an ex-girlfriend. When you're going after each other, I was going after her. She's going after me. So it was mutual. But man, she would always come. When the style was hot, it was always hot and sexy. But once we got together, I said, "You changed your style." He said, "Well, once I got you, I ain't got to dress like that no more." I said, "So you took away your A game." Now the same thing happens with men now. They say, "You was always whining and dining. You was always doing this, and as soon as you got me, you relaxed." So part of this is
I don't do that.
No, I didn't say you did.
I know people do
who
that.
do that.
I
They're
try
relaxed.
hard not to do that.
Right. Don't relax. Don't go, I'm at this age now, I don't do this.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
If anytime you start saying, I never had to, I didn't used to, just slap yourself.
Right.
Just slap yourself before you even let it come out your mouth.
Right. Now, so you guys know that I have. Have I took for granted some dating circumstances where I said, damn, I lost that. That was me. I didn't raise my game up. Absolutely, you guys. And you learn. When you look back and you start looking, you go like, man, I should have brought my game. So, that's how it is, man.
We'll be back. This has been Real Talk. Mario Hensley, Victor Allen, talking about today's dating world. Victor starting shit.
I didn't do, man.
Hi to all the folks in the chat room for being there and part of us. Like to give you a music selection on the way out. And this is music that is free for you to download, because we're going to set the tone with grooving. Thank you for being here. It's been a good night. Remember, as you go about that dating world, put a helmet on that soldier. Safe sex. Love somebody. Don't be afraid. Remember, Pack Stereo's got your back. We do Real Talk. Here's Love Shadow, 247. Google it and get it for free. Yes, y'all. Facebook.
Until the time for you good every day.
What's happening, man?
247 got a hold on me. Lock it up, lock
Shukla,
the key away. 247
Martha, Clyde, what's happening?
So baby, won't you take a look at me? Can't you see I'm all tied up? Because I'm begging you for your touch, asking you for your hand. And I know that they're only words to you, and just words are not enough.
Yes, yes.
But if you give me time and son, I know you'll understand. 'Cause I've been going crazy just thinking of you. You must be so tired, spending all your time running through my mind. I guess that I'm addicted to all that you do. I could call it love, but don't say enough about me and you. Every minute, every hour, every day, 247 got a hold on me. There's no better way that I could ever say it. 247 got a hold on me. Until the time for you good every day. 247 got a hold on me.
Yes.
Lock it up, lock it down, throw the key away. 247 got a hold on me.
Thank you for tuning in, y'all. Remember, Victor Allen, I Victor featuring Miko Williams comes up at 9. I'm going to be spinning some music. We're going to have to disconnect from Facebook, though, so those you Facebook people, come to packstereo.tv/watch. I'll put some links in. Come to us, watch Pack Stereo. We'll be back live at Facebook at 9.
You must be so tired, spending all your time running through my mind.
Back live at Facebook at 9.
Addicted to all that you do. I could call it love, but don't say enough about me and you. Every minute, every hour, every day, 247 got a hold on me. There's no better way that I could ever say it. 247 got a hold on me. Until the time for you good every day. 247 got a hold on me. Lock it up, lock it down, throw the key away. 247 got a hold on me. Every minute, every hour, every day. 247 got a hold on me. There's no better way that I could ever say it. 247 got a hold on me. Until the time for you good every day. 247 got a hold on me. Lock it up, lock it down, throw the key away. 247 got a hold on me.
Thank y'all. Again, Facebook people be disconnecting. I'll put the links. You can go and watch it at Pack Stereo TV. We'll be back here live at 9 o'clock with I Victor. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for being part of the broadcast experience of us tonight. Alexa, begin playlist broadcast transition.
Your playlist, broadcast transition,